Hello again, folks. Day 4.5. Just got back from a ride to Uyama, and I thought I would just do one more step before the storm hits. And I thought I would show you what typical instruction for one step looks like. And essentially, if you blow it up, it's a series of part numbers going into each other, ultimately ending up looking something like that. So the plan, of course, is to get there. And what I typically do is I lay out all the parts required, pull them out by number. It's kind of hunting and pecking, and again, very reminiscent of a Lego build. I typically will redo a Lego set a couple of times. I just don't see myself taking this thing apart again. It's, however, it is a remarkable piece of kit so far. So let us begin. So we have our bolt. It usually starts with. We've got a piece that we have previously built in the last step, which looks like that. So you have to be careful you orient it right. So you get this guy in here. We have a small washer to go in. Put it in, thank you. We have the brass bushing. One of our train wheels, rapidly becoming my favorite piece. Don't know why. And that fits snugly inside the bushing. G52, which is a brass knurled something or other. Aha! To follow the steps completely. So first of all, we put in a brass bushing. We put in our knurled piece. And then we put in another brass bushing, like so. And we're starting to get a sense of what this is going to look like. At that point, we're going to put in another flat washer. Like so. 2 chrome spacers. And at this point, we are going to install it here. So, the key is to orient yourself. I would say I'm going to go here. This is going to go through here. This train leg is going to go into that hole. This train wheel will go into the other. We will Yep. We will put this bushing in here, and that bushing will go into the train wheel. We have an 8mm nut that will just sit on there like so. We have a knurled something or other which is going to go there. Ooh. Does this thread in? No. And then we have our acorn nut going on the back side. And at this point, we're ready to usually tie it up. So I'm not sure if this is, I have to change, pardon me, change that. Maybe it's this size. And again, every time I touch it, I love it. This is a fabulous little set of nut drivers. Now, I'm not sure how tight or loose it needs to be, but it certainly needs to be tighter than this. So bear with me. Again, I'm going to seriously consider getting a vise or something, because this is the very, very awkward. But we shall persevere. There we go. Once you get the rhythm of it, again, the Phillips heads. All right, so this is now free to do whatever it is that it's going to do. This, I suspect, has something to do with some up and down motion of something. So we have currently a working gear that, if nothing else, goes round and round and up and down. And that, my friends, concludes part 27. I'll be back in just a moment. All right, then we're back. Looks like we're going to be mounting a very large gear. And again, I'm certain this comes from a train set. But regardless, here we go. So we have our step 27 pieces. Orient this the same way as the picture always helps. And we are going to put this guy on here with the slots. Slots out. Okay, not to worry. We need the bushing in here to keep this guy where he wants to be. Thank you. A lock washer. Oops. Come on, baby. There we go. Here's our lock washer. Back from the depths. 8mm nut. And I'm going to assume, for the sake of argument, that that's the right size. Get this guy tightened up. And so that's pretty wobbly. Now, I mean, it is extremely eccentric. Let's see it this way. Now, the point with this is that it's almost, it's like there's nothing you can do about it. Oh well, let's call that right for now. I don't see any other way of. There is a way. So there's a tiny bit of adjustment, wiggle room in here. However, that's going to be a problem for another day. Thanks for watching.